Hello, hello. Welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the bonus love reading for Taurus. Hello, my lovely Tauruses. How are you? You've won the bonus love reading 2 months in a row. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for all your support on the March love reading. So yeah, I'm here to do your bonus love reading as a result. So this is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Cross watchers, you're always welcome, but please don't get offended if the messages I have for Taurus today aren't for you necessarily. Now, and also remember that everything I'm saying can be flipped as well. So let's get that out of the way. This is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate with every Taurus out there, but I hope that parts of it do resonate and you find it useful or enjoyable in some way. Don't forget to leave me a comment if you do enjoy it or if it does resonate. Subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing, and hit me the like button as well. But yeah, just a huge thank you from me, guys. Taurus, you are amazing every single month with your support, and I am so grateful. And if you're new to the channel, then you're very welcome indeed. So Taurus, this is really like a timeless love reading I'm going to do today. It's going to be for obviously whenever you come across it, and I do hope that you find it useful. So, oh, hello. The Lovers flipping out. Right, Taurus, I'm going to follow the usual format, get some general messages for you first, and then we'll go into a full and detailed spread for you and the person you have on your mind. So for Taurus, please, in love, can I get some general messages for Taurus in love, please. This is Taurus. Whoa, boom, okay. All come out together then, shall we? Well, first of all, we have the Two of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So this is a big crossroads moment. This is a big decision about which direction to go in next. The Seven of Pentacles, this is telling me this is a decision about something you've already been investing in a great deal. It doesn't have to be love. This could actually be career, even though this is a love reading. But I'm saying that, it just popped into my head because Pentacles being about money as well, and it could be that you have a decision about work that's actually going to be needing you to move or relocate for some of you. For others, this is a serious connection with someone that you've been putting a lot of effort and time into it, and at this point you've reached is, do I continue investing in it, or do we just call it a day? Maybe, you know, stop because we're not getting I'm not getting the kind of results from what I'm putting into this that I want, that I deserve, and you know, go on a new path instead. Oh, get my words out, that would help. Now next, these ones kind of came out together. We have the Death card and the Ten of Wands. So we've got the card of Scorpio here with Death. Now the Ten of Wands is this combination is a major ending, I have to say as well, or it's an ending of one way of doing things, and things are going to need to change substantially to be able to continue. It's kind of similar here that, you know, maybe even the way that what the foundation that you have been building with someone is not working out so far, or it's not working out where we are right now. So it is a case of, you know, ending that particular cycle of the way we have been doing things or have been putting work and effort into it, and there needs to be major transformation for there to be able to be a new beginning. But the other thing I have to say, obviously, is that it could be, again, deciding whether to just full on call something a day. Now the Ten of Wands is talking about putting a lot of effort in, actually, but kind of feeling like you're not getting anywhere. It's like your efforts have been kind of in vain, and you're needing a change now. It's like you cannot keep continuing to put in this effort and work and for it to not be working out. Things need to change. So interestingly, the fifth card that jumped out immediately was the Nine of Pentacles. So now this is what I was saying. It also kind of made me think about whether this could be something to do with your career that could be affecting your love life for some of you, because you're having to make some sort of big decision about whether you're, you know, whether you've been putting work and effort into a role or a career that is actually not getting you the results you want, and you need a big change in your life. For some of you, because also with this Nine of Pentacles, this is about putting a lot of hard work. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I'm putting a lot of hard work and effort and seeing the fruits of your labor, like the abundance, the success as a result of that hard work. But for others of you, of course, the Nine of Pentacles is talking about single, self-sufficient and independent energy. Really maybe doing things alone for a while. It could be for some of you maybe deciding to actually end a connection or a commitment to focus on doing things your way, I'm getting. So let's see, that's interesting to start off with. So at the bottom of the deck, wow, yeah, we have the moon. Wow, so the moon is Pisces energy, and it's also talking about deciding whether to continue down this road or not, what lies ahead. It can be fears of something being hidden as well, or it's kind of like emotional confusion about whether to continue. And I'm getting this is more, for someone this is resonating with, this is wondering what lies ahead. Again, with that Two of Wands, wondering if this is a path you want to continue down, and being quite emotionally confused about this decision as well, I'm getting. So let's get some more. Why is the Two of Wands here for Taurus? Why is the Two of Wands here for Taurus? Thank you. The King of Wands. Interesting. So some of you could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I am seeing quite a lot of fiery energy so far, but this could be someone that you're dealing with that is being represented here, and that is the decision you have to make. I mean, for others of you, I mean, this King of Wands is kind of something trying to be brought back to life that had ended. It's kind of like a phoenix rising from the ashes here. So maybe for some of you, this could be someone that where it seemed to have come to an end, and maybe someone is asking you to continue putting work and effort into it. Maybe there is, you know, they're suggesting that they can change, or they have changed, but yeah. For others, it's more about taking action and going after what you want. And I have to say, it's also like an entrepreneurial spirit as well, if this is resonating more for you with work and how that is affecting your love life. So, okay. Can you clarify the Two of Wands one more time, please? The Two of Wands and the King of Wands. Anything else for that? Two of Wands and the King of Wands. Thank you. The Five of Swords, interesting. So, the Five of Swords can talk about some sort of verbal argument, disagreements. Maybe there's a lot of arguments, and maybe that is why you're considering whether to continue in this relationship. The Five of Swords is kind of talking about someone who has a real... It can, in other cards, in other versions of the Five of Swords, I mean, it can talk about... like a complete lack of communication, of silent treatment and that kind of thing. But this one, it's more to me about someone wanting to win an argument at all cost, and as a result saying some very blunt, harsh, mean things, very thoughtlessly, how they're communicating, and really hurting the other person. So there could have been some sort of real serious argument for some of you, or clash of communication that has led you to maybe want to take some real fiery action here in one direction, Taurus. But let's carry on. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here for Taurus? Okay. The Seven of Swords, interesting. 7 and 7 here. I mean, the sevens can talk about a sense of imbalance as well. Things not being completely equal, maybe in terms of investment. I mean, the Seven of Swords is talking about someone being sneaky, dishonest, even, you know, cheating, stealing, all those lovely things. Obviously, being sarcastic. So just in case that doesn't translate well. The Seven of Swords is talking about someone who thinks they're being clever and being able to hide something and kind of get away with it and pull the wool over someone else's eyes. So that could have also, maybe something has come to light potentially, and that could be why now you're really deciding whether to call this a day or not. So give me one more about this Seven of Swords, please, because this Death card, interestingly, let me get it out here. You see how the woman is actually pulling back the curtain and revealing something that she didn't know before about, you know, someone hidden behind the curtain here. And as a result, that brings about a great change. It can bring about an ending, but also it can just be an ending of how you were seeing someone before. It can really have changed your mind about them. So let's see, can you give me one more on that Seven of Swords, please? What is that Seven of Swords about? Whoa, or two, okay. Magician came out in reverse. I'm going to take it. I was just trying to pick up whether that should have come out. No, I'm going to take it in reverse. Okay, so we've got the Magician in reverse and the Hermit card. So Hermit is a card of Virgo. The Magician is kind of mercurial energy. I mean, it is certainly in the upright. It's talking about making something happen, manifesting, making things, you know, dreams a reality. In the reverse, it's kind of feeling like you're unable to actually make something happen, and it could also be, you know, the more negative side of the Magician, I would say, also kind of manipulative. The Hermit is, you know, soul searching and taking a long time to think. So it could be that it could be someone's lack of honesty in some way or another that has made you feel like, actually, this isn't going to work and I can't fix this. I can't. That could be how you're feeling, because the Ten of Wands is a very, like, almost feeling like it's a giving up, like hopeless kind of energy. Like there isn't a way forward here. I need to drop this. It's not going to work out. It's kind of what I'm getting. I'm sorry to say this, Taurus, but for whoever that's resonating for, the Magician, yeah, it's kind of like, no matter what I do, I can't make this work. And maybe someone is doing a lot of soul searching about that. Again, this major decision. But yeah, the Seven of Swords as well, with the Magician in reverse, I get a sense that someone may not have been completely honest, and maybe you thought you were working towards making something a reality, but actually they weren't completely as on board as you thought they were. So why is the Death card here? They could have been telling you, you know, they were completely on board, if that makes sense, and they weren't actually putting the effort in that you thought they were. I hope that makes sense to someone. Why is the Death card here, please, for Taurus? Why is the Death card here for Taurus? Thank you. Oh, interesting. Ace of Cups. So, what a contrast. This is a whole new beginning in love, and it's a beautiful one at that, but this could also be why you have a major decision on your hands. For some of you, it could be that this is the sense of going in a completely new direction. It could be a sense of ending one connection to begin another one. Potentially, maybe that's that King of Wands. Someone very attractive, fiery, you know, passionate, who has... maybe that's why you're doing a lot of soul searching. Maybe this is something that you have kept hidden as well, potentially. For some of you, there is an opportunity for a new beginning in love elsewhere. So give me another one, please. Why is the Ten of Wands here for Taurus? Why is the Ten of Wands here for Taurus? Thank you. Oh my goodness, there you go. The Seven of Cups. Options. Taurus, I feel like it's you who has the options, to be honest. Now, obviously, flip the roles as it resonates. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, the Seven of Cups is needing to make some sort of decision, having options, and needing to see which one has real integrity to it, and, you know, is worth pursuing, and which is actually just an illusion. But it's interesting with the combination. Yeah, certainly you have a major decision here, and I feel like it's to basically put an end to one connection where you had invested a lot of time and effort into it over some time, and to whether to start something new with someone else. So why is the Nine of Pentacles here for Taurus? And it may be because you just don't feel like you can actually make it work with the person you have been investing with. So why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Yeah, okay. All right, I thought there was some more. So we've got the Two of Pentacles, which is going back and forth about a decision, weighing up the pros and cons, kind of, I have to say, juggling between one person and another. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing anything with both people, but you could just be going back and forth between them, like, oh, but this person's good, good points of this, and this person's good points of that. And it can also be kind of feeling a little bit overwhelmed, a little burdened, certainly maybe by responsibilities. Maybe there are factors you have to take into consideration before making a decision. It could also be if you were to end the existing connection, would you be able to financially support yourself or anyone who depends on you, like children or anything like that? Or would you be able to be completely independent and self-sufficient financially? So that could certainly be a factor. But when we came out here together, we've got the Queen of Swords and the Justice card. So the Justice is card of Libra, and the Queen of Swords is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So strong air energy here. But this is like, I mean, as a combination in general, what I see here is can be speaking about divorce, to be honest, because the Queen of Swords is the divorcee queen, if I'm saying that right, of the tarot deck. The Justice card can talk about court cases, legal situations. I mean, it is also about someone who does feel like they have been wronged with the Queen of Swords. It has her guard up, has her boundaries up, and is seeking justice for being treated unfairly, poorly. I don't know who this is. I'm trying to wonder why this came out together, but there's a message for someone out there. Okay, I just checked the bottom of the deck. The King of Swords. Wow, Taurus. So we have the pairing here of the King and Queen of Swords and the Justice card. So for some of you, this could talk about ending a marriage. I would say I'm sorry to say, but maybe some of you, that's what you want to do. But it may talk about the end of a marriage, and hence the need to know whether you can financially support yourself if you were to end things. And maybe for some of you, it could be because there is another opportunity with someone new, this King of Wands, and you have to make a big decision here about whether you want to pursue. And if it's not a marriage, it's just like a serious commitment with the King and Queen of Swords. Wow. Okay. Let's go into your spread, Taurus, and we'll see what else I can see. In the spread itself, I'm going to be asking 12 questions, and it's for you and the person that you have on your mind, mainly. If there are two people, then it's going to normally be one person that comes through stronger. The person you have on your mind whilst watching this video. So, can you get the top 12 cards for Taurus, please? Messages for Taurus in love. Taurus and their person, please. Okay, let's go. Whoa, is your card. Okay. There's that Seven of Swords again. The Two of Swords, major indecision. Okay, the Empress as well, my gosh. The King of Wands again. I'm like, there's a lot of major arcana. Okay. Wow. My goodness. Okay, here he is again. They both are again. Now we have the King of Swords at the bottom of this deck. So this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It doesn't have to be someone with those signs you're dealing with. I feel like this is, it could be the person, someone that you are in a commitment with, potentially, from what we just saw a moment ago. But anyway, the King of Swords is someone who is very logical, very head over heart, can be a little bit emotionally detached. If that is someone you've been having issues with in a connection. It may be because they struggle with expressing their emotions, or they can be quite cold, logical. But it's also someone, his better sides, I would say, is that he is very decisive. He can be very intellectual, very witty, wonderful conversation maker generally, in terms of talking about intellectual things as well, but not great necessarily when it comes to talking about emotions. So let's see. Yeah, Four of Pentacles behind that. This is really holding back. Now it can also be talking about someone who can be, it's the miser of the deck, the Four of Pentacles, so it could be someone who there could be an element of wanting to, again, hold on to finances, to protect resources, to kind of be a little bit withdrawn in terms of, I feel like I don't really see much else about finances on the spread so far, so I don't want to go on too much about that, but I just feel like there's an element here of a lot of holding back, of not really being generous in terms of emotion, or maybe this person is a bit mean when it comes to spending, or on projects that both of you want to do, or this kind of thing. Okay, and we've got the Two of Cups behind that. So there is a strong connection here with the Two of Cups. This is my soulmate card for certain. We do have multiple soulmates in this lifetime, so it doesn't mean you have to be with this person, but to say the Two of Cups is someone that you really connect with on both the head and heart. There's a huge connection between the two of you, but at the moment this King of Swords is, regardless of the connection, is being really cold, standoffish, and holding back from you. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Six of Swords. So yeah, this is moving on and moving forward into smooth waters, moving away from issues with communication, from maybe wanting to move away from mental torment as well, wanting to move on from this is kind of what I'm getting. Let's see what else we've got. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is an offer, someone wanting to make some sort of offer to you. It can be, one with some stability behind it, something quite serious, but it's just often at times it's slow in coming forward. So if this is this King of Swords here, for some of you, if you're not actually in a connection with this person, I'm just going to read it as I see it, and obviously not try and colour it too much from what just came out in the starting messages, because that could be for a different group of Tauruses. But from what I can see here, there is someone that you do have a strong connection with this King of Swords. However, they are holding back a hell of a lot, being extremely slow in or just not forthcoming in any way. This offer that they may have for you is very hesitant, very slow, and as a result you may be looking to move on at this point. Yeah, the High Priestess. There is needing to go with your gut here, listening to your inner wisdom, your intuition on something. Your intuition may be that they do have feelings for you, but they are just not opening up. A High Priestess is also very, what a combination. It's kind of like extreme poker face, cards being held very close to their chest, no pun intended. And just being very tight-lipped. Any feelings, any deep feelings that you can have as the High Priestess are hidden within, and same with the King of Swords as well. So interesting. Let me get your next layer, Taurus. I'm just going to give these a good shuffle, so we were just using them at the start. Bear with me. So for Taurus, please, let me clarify the same spread. With the top 12 cards, please. It's the Eight of Pentacles that just fell out. The Eight of Pentacles there talks about dogged determination to continue putting work into something, even when it is painful at this point, because you're knowing with the Eight of Pentacles that it will eventually lead to the Ten of Pentacles, you know, that which is the goal in terms of a long committed relationship. But what I'm seeing from those starting messages, especially with the Seven of Pentacles, is that it may be like, is it worth it at this point, or am I just, you know, exhausting myself and hurting myself trying to make this work? So can you clarify with the top 12 cards for Taurus, please? Interesting. Queen of Swords just showing herself again. Okay. It's nicely shuffled, I think. Wow. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wow. Ouch. Yep. Yeah. Hierophant for a second time. That's your card again, Taurus. Interesting. Oh, the King of Wands, clarifying the King of Wands. Okay. There's the Eight of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles again. Okay. All right, interesting. Wow, at the bottom of this deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new beginning. It is the opportunity for a whole new start. It is an offer of some sort. Now, let's see where this goes, because it could be certainly that you want to have a fresh new start with someone, or it could be that you are receiving this offer from somebody else. Let's see what's going on. Interesting. We have the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water energy. Now this is like a really loving, kind, caring energy. I'm just wondering here, I mean, could be for some of you that I could be connecting more here with maybe someone who is actually dealing with a feminine, whether that makes you male or female, whichever. But maybe for some of you, you're wanting to make some sort of offer to someone who you feel is really kind and loving and caring. But obviously, gender is irrelevant in tarot, but I just had to mention that. But otherwise, there is just this this offer, and it's because someone has a lot of love and is this is also very deeply intuitive as well. Okay, and then we have the Lovers behind that, so card of Gemini. So yes, as I said, there is a lot of love here that is leading someone to want to make some sort of offer, or there is an offer on the table, and behind it there is a hell of a lot of love and romance and affection for the other person, and deep, deep feelings. Now the Lovers can also talk about needing to make a choice. In the original old tarot, it was called the Choice rather than the Lovers. So there may be the need to make some sort of, as we saw, that someone at the beginning has options and needing to make a decision. And yeah, someone may want to make a choice and offer a new beginning to someone that they consider to be such a kind and loving person. So I hope this is making sense. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords again. So I won't repeat myself too much, but here he is again. So there's that very logical thinker. Now, maybe Taurus, this could actually be you, as I was saying. I could be resonating with someone here who's embodying that King of Swords energy. Maybe if you have air in your chart specifically as well. But this is someone, again, sword pointing down, not really communicating, just doing a lot of thinking, very logical. Otherwise, if you're feeling like you're actually connected with more of this King of Swords, then it's someone who may not be saying that much to you right now, but is really strategizing and trying to make a plan, trying to be very logical. Well, it's the High Priestess again. Did we just see the King of Swords and the High Priestess? I swear I just held them up next to each other from the other deck, and here they are again. So yes, going within. Not much communication right now. We're here. This is a lot of silence, but a lot of thinking and wisdom, like a deeper knowing and making decisions based off of the gut, basically. My goodness, the Two of Swords here. We've already got it on the spread as well. And the thing is, the Two of Swords is knowing you need to make a decision, a choice, but it's a decision you may not want to make, or someone's been avoiding making this decision. It's often with this Two of Swords because one way or another, someone's going to get hurt with this decision, basically. So having to be very careful about making this choice, and really do a lot of inner, even like spiritual consideration before making this decision. Okay, this is big, heavy stuff, Taurus, for a bonus love reading. So how you feel about your person, Taurus, and remember everything I'm saying can be flipped, is just so much love for them. It may be someone that you knew in the past, someone that maybe you knew when you were younger. It could be someone that has recently come back into your life in some way or another, but you have a lot of love for them. You have a lot of sweet feelings towards them. You maybe have good memories. You might feel like you're reminiscing about when you knew them in the past, when you were younger, or whenever. And yeah, you really admire them, and you have a lot of deep emotion and love for them. Or not, maybe you haven't established the fact that it's love yet, but you really have a lot of feelings for them, let's put it that way. Now, how they feel about you, well, what a combination. We've got your card, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Swords. So the Hierophant speaks to higher levels of commitment. Certainly it can speak to establishments of the church, religion, faith, but also of establishment like marriage as well. And the Ten of Swords is a very, very painful ending. A sense that something came to an end, possibly because of some sort of betrayal, and there was a lot of pain when something came to an end. It really hurt a great deal. So I'm kind of getting a sense that for some of you, it may be that this was someone that you had a commitment with in the past, and it came to a very painful ending. So how they see you, they see you, as I said, reverse everything if it resonates the other way around, but they are seeing you as kind of coming back around with the Wheel of Fortune, that they're, being possibly a weird twist of fate, maybe, that you've come back into their life in some way or another, and they may see you as kind of, it may feel like a positive turn of events, but also weird. Weird as in like some odd fated element is involved. Maybe something that you may have come back into each other's life just by sheer, it would seem like weird coincidence or something. I'm not sure. With this Page of Swords, they could definitely be trying to gather more information. Maybe they're keeping an eye on you on your social media, or asking friends about you, trying to find out more information, because they see that they might not have the full story, or they want to find out more of what's going on with you. Now, what happened in the past? Yeah, there was that Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. So there was some element of deception. It could have even also been someone may have run from the connection in the past. I'm seeing kind of almost like a ghosting element here of kind of running away from the connection, maybe just stopping communicating all of a sudden and running from it, and that being very painful as a result. That could have been why it felt like it come to an end. But I imagine you wouldn't ghost a full-on commitment relationship. I don't know if people do that. I mean, no judgment, I would just be quite surprised. But yeah, if it wasn't a sense of running and self-sabotage, I mean, it doesn't have to be ghosting. It could have just been that someone said something really blunt and harsh just to get away, just to run away from responsibilities or the weight of commitment. Sorry if you can hear it. There is some sort of alarm going off. And it stopped. Good. Okay. So the current mutual energy, we've got that Two of Swords. We just saw it a moment ago at the bottom of the deck, and the Eight of Swords. So this is seriously blocked, frustrated, stuck, indecision energy. This is, again, needing to make a difficult decision, maybe one or both of you do, as this is the current mutual energy, and just being really up in your head, unable to make a decision, going back and forth, very guarded, not seeing a way forward, but also just unable to move, like almost just like trapped in your head, going over and over it, and as a result doing nothing. But a lot of thinking. So what does your person wish would happen in the connection, Taurus? Well, the Empress and the Hierophant. My goodness. So this is absolutely beautiful as a combination. It is heavy Taurus as well, because the Hierophant is your card. The Empress can be Libra or Taurus. It's also Venus energy for me as well. But I have to say, considering this is your reading, I'm getting quite strong Taurus coming through here. So this would certainly be a renewal of some sort of commitment that you may have had together in the past, or they feel like they're very committed to you with that Hierophant card. And the Empress is kind of putting work into it, growth, love, bringing that back in. So it's interesting because they do feel very hurt by how something ended, but what they want to happen in the connection is growth, is taking this maybe to a more committed level again. So let's see what's going on. The block or the challenge in terms of this connection is someone actually reaching out, I would say, with the Page of Pentacles. I feel like this is because someone or both of you are very stuck and all up in your head. The Page of Pentacles here is someone actually looking at, even writing a message and then deleting it. It's kind of like thinking about reaching out, but not necessarily doing it. It may be because the challenge here is a positive frame of mind that things could actually get better, things could improve. It's the Star in general would be, keeping the hope alive, keeping positive that things can get better. But in terms of a challenge, I feel like someone may be feeling that kind of hopeless energy that I saw at the beginning with the Ten of Wands. It's kind of feeling like actually maybe there isn't a way to make this work, is how someone is feeling. And that is, it's someone's maybe lack of positivity is stopping them from making some sort of offer, is stopping them from reaching out and actually bringing healing to this connection. Now, the intentions of your person towards you, Taurus, we've got the King of Wands clarified by the King of Wands from a completely different deck. So their intention here would be to take action, I would have to say, to really go after what they want. Again, we saw that King of Wands at the beginning, and as I said, it was actually bringing something back to life, that is the phoenix rising from the ashes, really going after passionately who they desire and making it happen. This is taking action, which, considering your current mutual energy is being completely stuck in action because of just being stuck in a lot of overthinking, someone's intention here is to take action and make something work. So, well, not make something work, but actually do something. Now, what you need to know about this person's current situation, Taurus, or your person, we've got the Sun and the Eight of Pentacles. So I just heard the phrase making hay while the sun shines, which is interesting. It's kind of like they could be really throwing themselves into work and very focused on that, maybe because the Sun is kind of a lot of abundance and success, and the Eight of Pentacles can be, obviously, as I said, determination to continue putting hard work and effort into something. But it's also about really focusing on work in general and career, money. For some of you, their current situation is really throwing themselves into their job, in their career, because it's going well for them. And that is just a really positive side of their life at the moment. So they're really focused on that. Let's see what the third layer brings in case there's any other details. So the action they're most likely going to take towards you next, Taurus, with the Four of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. See, the thing is, I feel like they are going to give you the vibe, let's say, of being kind of disinterested and kind of trying to avoid an offer if you are trying to make it to them. Kind of acting apathetic and not really looking at the offer that you might have to show them or to make to them. It's also, I feel that obviously they are wounded by what's happened in the past, but also because they are still going back and forth about this in their head, and maybe it's interesting because what they want to happen in the connection is for there to be growth, for there to be like a high level of commitment. Again, their intention is to take action, but the action they're actually going to take towards you next is kind of act disinterested, give you the cold shoulder, because they are still going back and forth in their head about this whole thing, you know, that indecision that we've seen. So your advice is the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. I mean, in terms of advice, this is kind of like, it might be to temper your impulse to come rushing in, all guns blazing, because both of these are the fastest moving knights of the deck. It's very, not careless isn't the right word, but it's speaking, it's doing something without thinking it through completely. It's acting impulsively and not really thinking of the repercussions. So it could be in terms of advice, it could be to temper that for some of you if you're thinking about rushing in. For others, it could be that, you know, I would normally say expect the unexpected, this person's going to come rushing in, but I feel like this is more you, Taurus. Whoever I'm connecting with here is you. It's you who's feeling more like you really want to go for this, and it may be that you need to have a more temperate approach. But let's see what comes out in the third layer. So what's going to be happening between the two of you in the near future? The Ace of Swords and the Four of Cups again. So the Ace of Swords is some sort of truth, some sort of clarity, and it can be a breakthrough. It can also be some realization. And the Four of Cups, I feel like, is talking about like a missed opportunity, or yeah, I mean, normally I would say it can be someone not really, you know, realizing that they have neglected something very special, and they got distracted by other offers that didn't have that much integrity to them. Actually, it's kind of like we saw the Seven of Cups at the beginning, and I was saying, you know, it's making a decision on which actually is worth it, has integrity, and which is just an illusion. And I feel like what's going to be happening in the near future is actually a realizing. Maybe someone, you or your person, Taurus, whoever, was getting distracted by other offers which were just all that glitters is not gold kind of thing. Oh, I'm all of the proverbs today, aren't I? Oof, I don't normally like a proverb, but they're just falling out of my mouth. But in the background is the real offer with real integrity, which is kind of being ignored. So I feel like someone is going to have a breakthrough and realize exactly that they have been missing an amazing opportunity. Now, if it could be your person, because the action they're going to take towards you next is to act like this Four of Cups, act disinterested, give you the cold shoulder. But if that is the case, then down the road, they're going to be realizing that they are actually missing the very opportunity that they want. Or this could be you realizing which option actually has any integrity to it. So let us get the third layer, Taurus, and we'll go through everything one more time. Oh, something flip? Yes, it did. Hold on. The Lovers flipped inside the deck. I'm telling you, someone has got a choice between lovers, and if they're not careful, they're going to end up ignoring the one with real integrity behind it. Grass is not always greener. That could be for your person as well, Taurus. I'm not throwing any shade. So let me clarify once more, please, for the top 12 cards for my lovely Taurus viewers. Okay. It's the Ace of Swords again. Interesting. Oh, yep. Wow. Sorry. That's so funny. Oh, okay. There's the King of Wands for a third time. That's interesting. Okay. Bottom of this deck, we have the Knight of Cups now. So this is someone with a lot of feelings that they can't hold back anymore, basically, with this particular Knight of Cups. You see how it's kind of rushing forward, this dragon, like through the water's like spraying everywhere, because this is someone whose feelings have just got stronger and stronger and they can't hold them back anymore. Behind that we have the Seven of Cups. Why did I feel like I was going to see that card? Oh, it's probably because I was talking about it so much. But this particular Seven of Cups is someone searching for answers as well, not knowing, I would probably say, what choice to make, what decision to make, because that's kind of a running theme here. And they may be seeking advice from someone else, someone who they feel has, wisdom in these matters, kind of accepting the fact, you see how humbly he's coming forward with his hands outstretched. It's kind of like, I don't know everything, I don't know what to do, trying to seek counsel and advice from someone on this matter. And the Chariot card, wow, strong water energy. This is card of Cancer. This Chariot card is wanting success, wanting victory, and is about being victorious. But the tricky thing here with this Chariot card is it can be at the expense of other people. It can kind of be a little bit expense of other people's feelings. It's that one person wanting victory, and even if they hurt other people in the process. Interesting. Kind of like a little bit of thoughtlessness here again, but wanting victory. It kind of getting a sense, I'm just noticing how it's holding this sword above his or her head, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. But holding this truth up, it's kind of like, what's popped into my head is that someone feels like they need to tell someone that they have feelings for them, even if it is actually going to, in some way, cause some harm, cause some hurt to somebody, maybe because either they are in a commitment already, and, going around telling someone else that they have feelings for them, it could really hurt the feelings of the person that they are already in a commitment with, or it could be someone else wanting to express feelings to someone who's in a commitment, regardless of, whose feelings get hurt as a result. It's a tricky message that's coming through, so bear with me. Sorry I hope that does make sense. At the bottom of the deck now we have the Hermit, so Virgo, which we did see at the very beginning. Again, I'm seeing this like this is that King of Swords, High Priestess energy of doing a lot of inner thinking, a kind of a lot of quiet moment of solitude and gathering thoughts and to make some sort of major decision. Yeah, spending a lot of time alone with this Four of Pentacles as well. This is like choosing to hermit away alone and be in isolation. This Four of Pentacles is someone cutting themselves off from others, feeling lonely as a result, and feeling like they are in like a isolation and separation, but it's of their own doing. But they feel like they need to do this, but at the same time it's not making them happy as a result, if that makes sense. Now we have the Seven of Pentacles again. So yeah, I feel like we've seen all these cards already. But the Seven of Pentacles is, really looking over what you have, considering what you already have, how lucky you are, perhaps. The Four of Pentacles is also that kind of sense of lack. So someone may have been feeling like they wanted more than what they already had, and then it's kind of actually going within and realizing exactly what they do have already and being grateful for it. It's kind of, someone may have become complacent in a connection and really not being appreciating what they had already, and as a result maybe looking elsewhere, and then it's actually looking back over it, taking that time and soul searching and realizing exactly what they have already and how special it is. So let me go through one more time. How you feel about your person, Taurus, whoever's resonating with this side, is clarified by the Three of Cups. So interesting. It could be that you feel very much like you want to reunite with this person. This is all cups, is all emotion. It is, this is card of celebration and happiness. It is coming back together. It is reunion. And it is, it's joyful, this Three of Cups. There's also a sense of friendship here as well. So someone could be someone that you knew in the past, or maybe someone that you are just friends with, where your feelings have actually grown, have developed for somebody here. Maybe past that you want to take it past the point of being just friends. Let's see. And how this person here is feeling about you, Taurus, is clarified by the Ace of Swords. So this Ace of Swords is, again, a realization, some sort of truth coming out. And it may have been some sort of truth that came out that caused a great ending to a commitment, and it's very painful. It extremely feels like a betrayal, but they know they feel like they have maybe had some sort of realization or had some sort of truth made aware to them now. And yeah, how they see you is clarified by the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands can talk about someone who doesn't want to give up, who's still persevering. But it's also, they see it kind of like by some weird twist of fate, you're coming back into their life. That's the only way I can put it. They may see that possibly you've been keeping your eye on them. Potentially some of them will know that. But also that they want to find out more information, that they're curious. They may see also that you're curious about what they're up to now, or you're trying to find out more about them. But there is this guard up. Someone's being very protective. So what happened in the past is clarified by the Six of Cups, interestingly, which is how you feel about them as well. So, I mean, with this combination, it's kind of, it may have involved, for some of you, some element about children, because there is, maybe in the past, as I said, there could have been an element of running from responsibility. It could have been something to do with kids or a family. But also the Six of Cups is reminiscing someone potentially from your further past. You came back into each other's life, but then there was a breakdown of communication. Maybe someone ran from it. Maybe there was dishonesty of some sort. Interesting. Now, what is the current mutual energy? I'm sorry to say we have the Five of Swords again. Look at all this. The current mutual energy is complete mental torment. With the Two of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Swords, I mean, the only thing we're missing is the Nine of Swords, to be honest. But anyway, this Five of Swords is very like blocked. Someone could have blocked the other person, to be honest. Now it could be that this person you're here, Taurus, because they feel very, betrayed, and that this is something has come to an end, with something that's come to light has brought this to an end. And they are very guarded as well. And they may see that you're trying to maybe see through their guard, their block, trying to find out information about them whilst they have put up a block to you. So, and with this person has actually drawn a line in the sand on the Five of Swords and been like, no more. So yeah, someone could have blocked the other person, and that could be really causing the other person to be really up in their head about how do I get through to them, I've got so much feelings for them, I need to express it to them. But there's a real block in terms of communicating with each other. Now, interestingly, this is why I chuckled earlier, what your person wishes would happen in the connection, Taurus, is clarified by the Judgment card. I chuckled because this is, apart from it talking about, an element of resurrection and like a new dawn, very decisive. But the thing that I chuckled about is that it's a decisive moment. It's actually making a decision. All these cards that we've had about confusion, options, juggling back and forth and now what this person wants is a solid decision. Funnily enough, they want there to be maybe even a decision about starting a family with the Empress, because this can talk about motherhood, pregnancy, that kind of thing. Family, the Hierophant is higher levels of commitment. So they're basically looking at marriage and family here with this combination. But this Judgment card is like this person, what they want is to really, are we doing this or not kind of thing, but we're only doing this if we're doing the full shebang kind of thing, and to really step up, I would say, and do the whole thing, marriage, family, fully, interestingly, if that makes sense. So what is the block or the challenge is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So there could be some sort of element of timing being an issue. Or it's interesting because how they see you, the Wheel of Fortune, and the block and the challenge is the Wheel of Fortune as well. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is often a very positive card for me. So in terms of a block or a challenge, it could be that there could have just be circumstances that are kind of outside of your control or your person's control, which are causing someone to feel, you know, not so positive and not so hopeful about this, and make them feel like they can't reach out. It could be some issue with, it could literally could be anything. It could be something that's just come out, you know, of left field. Like, for example, someone has to move for their job or something like that, I don't know, and it's out of your control, or there's some circumstance that you can't control. It is, you know, at the hands of the universe, if you like, and as a result is making, you know, one or both of you feel like this isn't going to work. So the intentions of this person towards you, Taurus, is clarified by the Two of Wands. So interestingly, we saw this Two of Wands, I feel, right at the very beginning, and it was with the King of Wands, I'm sure, if I'm not getting confused. I hope not. But this is, making a decision one way or another and going after what they want with that King of Wands. I hope I'm not getting confused, but I'm sure these two came out next to each other at the beginning. Anyway, but their intention is to make a decision and to really go for it. Now, what you need to know about their current situation is, interestingly, it's clarified by the King of Wands. So strong fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. That we've kind of, the sun can be Leo as well, even though I really feel like it's just the sun. But anyway, the King of Wands, interestingly, is an entrepreneur though as well. He is someone who may be an independent business owner, or otherwise just freelancer, or someone who works for themselves, is basically what I'm trying to say. And their current situation, as I already said, is being a real go-getter and really focused on making some sort of I'm seeing their business and their finances work. This is what they're really focused on in their current situation. Now, the action they're most likely going to take towards you next, it's clarified by the Page of Wands. So interestingly, the Page of Wands is about, a message. It is a messenger. It's a spark of a new beginning. But I feel like, if anything, the action they're going to take towards you next is to decide whether to communicate with you again, and to give you the cold shoulder until they've made that decision. It's kind of, it's also whether to start something again with you. If things have in some way come to an end and you want to bring it back to life, or perhaps they want to bring it back to life, but the action they're going to take towards you next is kind of this this sense of giving you a feeling of indifference or cold shoulder, whilst they go back and forth about your communication, about whether to even look at it, even to open the message. Now, your advice is clarified by the Eight of Swords, interestingly. I mean, in terms of advice, I am going to have to clarify this. I don't want to make this a million years long, but because the Eight of Swords in terms of advice is like, I mean, clearly it's your current mutual energy as well. It's like you guys are very stuck in your head, doing a lot of overthinking and not a lot of doing. And it's the current mutual energy. But in terms of advice, I mean, it could be, look, just go for it. Just message the, goodness sakes, just go after what you want. Message, this, as I was saying here, it's very like courageously just speaking without necessarily thinking. And the Eight of Swords is a hell of a lot of thinking and no speaking. So in terms of a combination, it's kind of like, get out of your head and just tell them what you need to tell them. But let me get you a little bit more clarification, because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. So Taurus, can I get a little bit more for their advice, please? What is the clearest message? What is the advice for Taurus? What is the advice for Taurus? The Lovers. Well, The Ace of Wands. Okay. The King of Swords. Yeah, which we've seen like 4 times now. I think one more, please, for Taurus. Just the clearest message you can give. What does Taurus need to do, or in this situation, what is your advice for Taurus? Wow, that's too many. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, the King and Queen of Cups, fuck, pardon my language, the Magician, the Ten of Pentacles, the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Listen, I feel in terms of advice, whoever this is resonating for, I feel like it's more my masculine Tauruses, but you know, it's for whoever is resonating with this side of things. Your advice: get out of your head and communicate with them. Go after them. If this is the person you want, go after them. The time for thinking and overthinking is done. You are being very hesitant with that Knight of Pentacles. You have thought the hell out of it with the King of Swords here. You know, the time of logic is done. You know, there is the opportunity for a passionate new beginning here. This is a very strong connection with the lovers. Look at this, the King and Queen of Cups together, like a divine pairing of 2 people who very much have a lot of deep love for each other. The Magician is making something happen. You do have the power to make this happen. You know, I saw the Magician come out in reverse at the beginning, and I feel like someone is like, should I stop investing with this because I just don't feel like I can make this work? You can make it work with the Magician. You have the power, you have the ability, and you can still reach that 10 of Pentacles, you know, the long-term commitment, goal, success, family. The Chariot is the ability to overcome obstacles and be victorious, to everything that comes up in your path in the way. You can overcome it. You do have the ability with the Magician. Everything I'm seeing, this is not hold back. This is not, you know, be patient, wait, think about it a bit more. No, the time for thinking is done. Whoever this is for, this is resonating for. Get out of your head and go after what you want. Sorry, I'm not having a go. I'm just passionate. And what is going to be happening between the 2 of you in the near future at the moment, before you listen to my beautiful advice, I'm just joking, is clarified by the 3 of Wands, which is waiting and waiting. And then the realization, someone having some sort of realization that they may have missed an opportunity. Waiting. So I'm not going to say much more than that, because I feel like this is indecision paralysis going on here. That maybe something went down in the past, that maybe that's making you feel like, you know, it will be hopeless to continue. Maybe something, something came out, maybe something that had been hidden, and maybe that's making you feel like there's no way to make this work anymore, and you're holding back as a result. But my goodness, get out of your head and go for it, and look at what your person wants to happen in the connection, Taurus. The Empress, the Hierophant, the Judgment card. I feel like they also, they don't just want to make a decision, they want you to make a decision as well. So that was an intense reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Taurus, for all your support. You guys are absolutely incredible. And I'll be doing actual April readings for all the signs very soon. I'm going to try and get them done as early in April as possible. So do subscribe, and then you can see when your next reading is going to be up. And maybe you can win a 3rd bonus love reading on the trot. But anyway, don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment if you enjoyed it or resonated. Thank you so much. I wish you all my best. I'll speak soon. Thanks, Taurus. Bye.